Hi everyone, Elena here for our second well-being session together. Today I thought we would do some more breathing, of course, some more gentle movement, but I want to start exploring the idea of building a bit of strength in the hands and arms. We play so much, we make these tiny little motions, and that's wonderful and we should stretch them out, but we should also start to think about building a little bit of power in our wrists so that we can do things with greater ease on the instrument. So we're going to start sitting again today, but if you'd like, you can join me in a kneeling position, so that's sitting with your bum on your heels. You can grab a yoga block, as I talked about last time. If you don't have a yoga block, no worries. You can sit on a pillow, a cushion. If none of this works, of course, you can sit on a chair. Find something that works for you, and of course, if at any time your legs get uncomfortable, move them around, bring them out in front of you, do what works for you. So if you're in a kneeling position, like I am, you can rock from side to side. You can rock from side to side if you're cross-legged as well. Just find a bit of balance between both hips, both sits bones, and see if you can find a little bit more length in your spine. Float the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Settle into your space and maybe close your eyes. So we'll do the three-part breathing exercise that I'm so fond of, but that's really helpful, not only to begin a yoga practice, but also before you pick up the instrument, before you walk on stage, etc. So we're balanced on our seat, spine is long, eyes are closed, and just start breathing at your own pace, in your own way, observing how you feel today in this moment. Maybe you feel your chest rise and fall, belly expand and contract. Just notice any gentle movements, any tiny micro movements in your body. Notice how they feel. And then we'll travel somewhere new together. So bring your hands to rest on your belly, framing your belly button. Really let it hang out. Just relax. After your next exhale, inhale, expanding the belly, let it press into your palms, fill it up. Exhale, belly contracts, belly button pulls in towards the spine. Twice more. Inhale, belly puffs out like a big balloon. Exhale, belly button draws towards the spine. Inhale once more. Belly presses into the palms, lower back fills with air. Exhale, belly button pulls back in towards the spine. Next, move your hands to cradle the outsides of your ribs like a corset. And inhale, feel the rib cage expand out to either side, drawing wide like big wings. Exhale, rib cage draws in, cinching your waist in like a belt. Inhale again, ribs fan out. Exhale, ribs draw in. One more time. Inhale, expand the rib cage like an accordion or bellows. Exhale, the bones of your ribs pull in towards the center line of your body. And now move your hands to your chest. You can place them over your heart. And imagine you've got a second pair of hands, maybe of someone you love very much, in the same place on your upper back. And inhale, filling the space between all four hands. Exhale, the hands draw closer to one another. Twice more. Inhale, fill up the chest with air. Exhale, the chest falls. One more time. Inhale, heart fills. Exhale, hands press in towards each other. Now pick your favorite spot for your hands, or you can rest them in your lap. And we'll link all three areas together. So after your next exhale, inhale into the belly belly, ribs fan out, chest fills. Exhale through the chest, ribs draw in, belly contracts. Again, inhale, belly puffs out, ribs splay, chest fills. Exhale through the chest, ribs, belly. One more time together. Inhale through the belly, ribs, chest. Exhale through the chest, ribs, belly. Take a few more rounds of breath, finding your own rhythm, your own pace. Going inside for just a few more moments, creating new space, new light inside your own body. Carving out a little safe haven for yourself to return to anytime you feel overwhelmed or anxious or just need a little moment for yourself. And then begin to blink your eyes open, letting the light back in. Noticing if you feel different already than when you sat down. And without too much fuss, we'll begin to move. So if you're sitting on something, just move it to the side. If you can, stay in the kneeling position. But if you need to move your legs, don't worry. And take your left hand, plant it to the side of your left hip, like a kickstand. And inhale, sweep the right arm up over your head, reach tall. And exhale over to the left, creating a nice big stretch on the right side of your body. Nice side bend. And inhale the hand back up to the center. Place your right hand down on your exhale. Other side. Inhale, sweep the left arm up this time, or whichever hand you didn't do. Reach tall. And exhale, bend over to your right, creating more space for your lungs on the left side of your body, feeling a nice stretch from the hip all the way to the fingertips. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, sweep the left arm down. Inhale, both arms up, reach tall, and maybe gaze up or back just a little bit, introducing a gentle back bend. Shine the chest up towards the ceiling. And exhale, begin to fold forward onto the ground. Hands reach towards whatever you're sitting on, lying on. I'll turn to the side so you can see me better. And if you can, lower yourself into what we call a child's pose. So if you need to open your knees, go ahead. Toes come to touch. You can crawl your fingertips forward any amount and just rest your head as far as it goes. If it doesn't touch the floor, no worries. You can rest it on the pillow or block. But see if you can melt into the ground as much as you possibly can. So this is our child's pose. We'll come back to this place of rest a few times today. And this is a really wonderfully calming posture that you could really do at any point during your day. It can be a nice spine relief. Feels good with the lower back. Nice stretch underneath your arms. And then remaining in this child's pose, just walk your fingertips over to the left, few feet, even a few inches, to feel a nice side bend once again on the left side of your body. You can hang your head, melt into the floor or the mat. Take a couple breaths here. Relaxing into the side body stretch. And on your next inhale, walk your fingertips back to center and then over to the right any amount, or the left, whichever side you didn't do. Feeling a nice side body stretch on the other side. See if you can anchor your hips back to your heels as much as is available to you. Hang your head as much as you can. Just let gravity do its thing. Really relax as much as you can. Take a few more breaths here. And inhale, walk your hands back to the center. Reach your fingertips forward one more time. And then slowly start to drag them towards your knees, rounding up back into a kneeling position. When you're upright, just swing your legs out in front of you. Plant them wide. You can kickstand your hands and then drop your knees over to one side and then the other. Just windshield wipering your legs back and forth. If you'd like, you can have your arms follow scanning the horizon so you get a nice twist into your lower back. And then the other side, scan the horizon. And maybe do that a couple more times. Just starting to rotate in the spine a little bit. You can go as fast or as slowly as you'd like. Maybe a couple more. And then wind your way back to center. We'll stay seated for a little bit longer. I just want to explain about weight bearing in the hands. So we're going to eventually move our way into a tabletop or all fours position. This can be a wonderful exercise to strengthen the arms, strengthen the wrists, build a little fire in the upper body, but we want to be careful that we're not dumping all of our weight into maybe not so smart parts of our hands. So last week I talked about the tripods of the feet, thinking of having 3 points of balance under each foot, one under the ball of the big toe, one under the ball of the pinky toe, and one in the center of the heel. We have the same things in the hand. So think of having a point of balance at the base of your index knuckle, your first finger, at the base of your pinky finger, and at this fleshy part of the thumb. So go ahead and look at those 3 points, and then see if you can connect those 6 points together with your hands. And really press your hands into one another, maybe at your chest. And see how that fires up not only your wrists because you're extending them, but you're developing a little bit of power all the way through your biceps, your triceps, your shoulders. Really press into your palms as much as you can. A couple more seconds. And then let it go. So that small exercise is already starting to build strength and engagement through your hands. We're going to take that and flip it on its head a little bit when we come into a tabletop, but if at any point the sensation of weight bearing on your hands gets too strong, return to this position just seated and practice with your hands at your chest. If you'd like to move forward with me, make your way into a tabletop position, and by that I mean we're on all fours. Our shoulders should stack right over our wrists, our hips should stack right over our knees, and our feet should disappear behind our knees. Our knees should be about 6 inches apart. I have to admit I don't know what that is in centimeters, but some centimeters. All right, and then already with our shoulders stacked over our hands like this, can you feel those 3 points under each hand press into the floor? So we're not kind of hanging out, dumping into our hands, but imagine that you're actually pressing the floor away so that you can feel all of the muscles in your arms activate, maybe even some muscles in your upper back. Notice if your neck is doing anything funny, like if it's crunching or hanging, and try and keep it neutral while we're in this all fours position. Good. So like I said, if at any point this gets too tiring, you can sit back onto your bum, practice at your chest, or even walk your hands just a little bit forward so that the angle lightens the load on your hands. If this is comfortable for you, we'll move on into a little yoga flow called cat and cow. So press your hands into the mat. On your next inhale, tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling, shine your chest forward, gaze up any amount, and exhale, round your back, tuck your tailbone underneath you, bring your chin to your chest. Now we're in cat pose. A few more times. Inhale, arch your back, tailbone shines toward the ceiling. gaze up into cow. And exhale, press the mat away from you. Hollow out the belly, round the spine. We're an angry Halloween cat. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, shine your heart up to the sky. And exhale, round the back as much as you can. Chin tucks into the chest. Cat. Inhale back to a neutral spine. And we'll get off our hands. So tent your fingers. Begin to slide one foot forward and then the other. And let's pause here in a forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you can. Let your head hang. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Can wag your tail here. Bend one knee and then the other. Just find a little joy in being upside down. You can grab onto opposite elbows and swing. And whenever you've had enough of being upside down, let the arms go. Root your feet into the ground, bend the knees, and start to roll up, stacking one bone on top of the other. Keeping chin tucked, head comes up last. When you reach the top, you can circle out the shoulders. Nice job, everyone. We'll do a quick review of our stacking from last week, because standing well never goes out of style. So glance down at your feet. They should be about hip width distance. Feet are parallel. Ground into the tripod of both feet. You can pick your toes up off the ground. See how that activates your thighs. Spread the toes back down onto the ground, but keep the activation in your thighs. Pelvis is neutral, so tuck the tailbone under. Core is engaged and long. Ribs knit over the core. Collarbones are smiling. Palms face forward to encourage a broadness in the shoulders. You can circle them out once more. Crown of the head floats up towards the ceiling and ears float over the shoulders, so you can push the chin back any amount. Nice. Close your eyes, breathe here a few rounds before we start to link movement to our breath. After your next exhale, inhale the arms, sweep them down, out, and up. Reach tall. Exhale, press the air down in front of you like it's resisting your touch. 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, drag your fingers down through the air in front of you. 1 more time. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, press it down in front of you. And now we'll flow using the whole body. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, put a big bend in your knees and swan dive forward, hinging at the hips. When you make your way down, bend your knees again. You can let the head hang. We'll wiggle it out one more time here in a forward fold. Nice. Inhale, place the palms on the shins. Lengthen to a flat back. And exhale, fold forward one more time. Root your fingertips into the ground. And let's step one knee back and then the other into tabletop. Press the tripods of your hands into the ground. Inhale into a cow pose, shining the tailbone and gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the back into cat. Inhale to a neutral spine, tent the fingers, and inhale, slide the right foot in between your 2 hands. So we're kind of in a modified tabletop now. Press the left tripod of your hand into the mat. Really stabilize through the right foot. And inhale, let's sweep the right arm up towards the ceiling into a little twist. So inhale, reach taller through your right hand. And exhale, sweep the right hand down. Slide the right foot back. And we'll switch sides. You can tent the fingers to give yourself a little more space. Inhale, slide the left foot in between the two hands. Press through the right palm. And inhale, sweep the left arm up. Really reach tall. Feel a nice opening in the chest. Exhale the left hand down. Slide the left knee back. And we'll make our way to standing. So tent the fingers. Slide the right foot forward. Curl the back toes under. And bring the left foot to meet the right. Pause here. Hang the head. Enjoy your forward fold. And inhale, roll your way up to standing. When you reach the top, sweep your arms up. Palms come to touch. Exhale, press your palms down the center line of your body. We'll do one more round adding on. Inhale, sweep the arms up. This time, make a gentle fist, interlace the fingers, and turn the palms up towards the ceiling. Inhale to grow taller, and exhale, bend over to the right side, pressing your hips to the left. Enjoying a nice side body stretch. If your breath catches, back out of the sensation. Inhale back up to center, grow taller. Exhale over to the left or the other side. Drawing your hips towards the right, feeling an opening in the ribs, the lungs on the right side. Inhale up to center. Exhale your arms into a cactus shape, dragging your shoulder blades down your back. You can circle them out a couple times. And perhaps inhale and shine your chest up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your fingertips to touch behind your back, or you can make a fist if that's available to you. Inhale to grow taller through your spine. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, and fold forward. You're welcome to release the fist at any time, but it can be a nice shoulder stretch. Let the head hang, traction the neck a little bit. And then go ahead and release the hands, hang here. Inhale, palms to shins, flat back, reaching through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold forward once more. Bring the hands to the ground. Step back with your left knee and your right knee. We're back in tabletop. Press through the tripods of your hands. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Shine your chest through. We're in cow. And exhale, press into the ground, round the back to cat. Nice. Tent the fingers. Inhale. This time, let's sweep the left foot in between the two hands. Stabilize through the right palm. Inhale, sweep the left arm up into a twist. Imagine someone's playing tug of war with your two hands. Exhale, replace the left hand. Slide the left foot back. And inhale the right foot in between your two hands. Press through the palm of your left hand. And inhale, sweep the right arm up. Really open through the chest. And exhale, replace the right hand. Drag the right knee back. And now we're going to return to child's pose. So you can open up the knees, bring the toes to touch, and gently sit your hips back onto your heels. You can either crawl your fingertips forward, or you're welcome to bring them by the sides of your feet, whatever's more comfortable for you. And just breathe here for a few rounds, letting gravity sort of blanket you. Just relax, melt into the ground. Two more big breaths here. If your arms are by your feet, bring them out in front of you And start to walk yourself back up to a seated or kneeling position. And now we'll stay here. So find a comfortable seat, whether that's kneeling or cross-legged. And we'll just stretch out the upper body a little bit, do some nice gentle twists, and then you will be on your way. So let's start this time. Let's identify our right hand. Let's give ourselves a nice pat on the back. And then with your left hand, you can bring it to just latch onto the right elbow very gently. And if you'd like, perhaps encourage your right elbow towards the center of your head, any amount. Just giving yourself a nice tricep stretch on the right side. Grow taller through your back. Notice if you have to really arch your back to make this happen. Notice if your breath has grown more effortful. Just breathe here. And inhale your arms up, sweep them down. Just notice the difference between the two. Let's take that same hand, the right hand, and draw our right arm across our body. You can hug it in with the left hand. Just giving a nice stretch across the tricep, the back of the shoulder. Breathe here. Do the same two stretches on the other side. So take your left arm, or whichever one you didn't do, give yourself a pat on the back with the left hand. And you can encourage your left elbow slightly more towards the center line of your body. Again, notice if your ribs have splayed out. See if you can tuck them in to really isolate the stretch. Take a few breaths here. Inhale to raise the arms up. Exhale to bring them down. And then we'll take the left arm across the body, hug it in with the right. This is really nice to unwind after all the activation of the biceps and triceps that we did in tabletop. Breathe into whatever sensation you might be feeling. You can actually use your breath to kind of manipulate any discomfort in your body. You can imagine inhaling or exhaling into any sensation, whether it's good or bad. And release the left arm. Do a couple shoulder rolls. And let's give ourselves a nice assisted neck stretch. So take your right hand, bring it all the way over your head to your left ear. Inhale, grow taller through the neck, really elongate it. And exhale, gently drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. So you should feel a nice little stretch on the left side of your neck. And don't worry about going too far. Always pause at the beginning of the sensation and see if it lets you in further. To release, press your left ear into your left hand to really activate through the neck. Unwind your hand, and we'll do the other side. Left arm comes around, holds on to the right ear. Inhale to lengthen through the neck, and exhale to drop the left ear towards the left shoulder any amount. And always be really mindful with the neck. Does so much for us, especially us violinists and violists. So we want to treat it kindly. Breathe into whatever you're feeling. And to release, press the right ear into the hand. Slowly unwind. Now take both hands, interlace them, bring them behind the head. Inhale to grow taller, and exhale to gently tuck your chin in towards your chest. Thinking about elongating the full length of your spine. So from the tailbone all the way to the crown of the head. Being Being really careful here. Never forcing anything. Just asking yourself where you are in this moment, inquiring where you might go next. To release, inhale, press the back of your head into your hands. You can release the hands. Once again, do a couple shoulder rolls. And we'll twist it out to finish. So you can bring both legs in front of you. I'll turn this way so that you can see me. And let's hug the right knee into the chest. Hop it over towards the outside of your left leg. So it's crossing your body. Give your right knee a hug with your left elbow. And take your right arm, kickstand it at the base of your spine. Use it to lengthen. Really prop yourself up. Inhale, grow taller from your tailbone to the crown of the head. And exhale, twist any amount. Begin to look over your right shoulder. And continue to flow like this. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale to deepen the twist. Maybe see something new. One more time. Inhale, grow taller. Exhale, twist. Slowly unwind, come back to center, and we'll do the other side. So straighten out your right leg. Take a moment, notice the difference between the two legs, if there is any. And then inhale, hug the left knee into the chest. Pop it over towards the right outer edge of your leg. Give yourself a hug with your right arm. And take your left hand, place it at the base of your spine, and use that kickstand to grow taller. So inhale, create more space between each bone of your spine, and exhale, begin to look over your left shoulder. Inhale to grow taller. Exhale, we wring out the spine like a dirty dish rag. One more time. Inhale, create more space. Exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, slowly unwind. You can bring the left leg out to meet the right. Give your legs a little shake. And then find a comfortable seat just for a few more moments, just to close. Rock from side to side. Find that sweet spot. So you're balanced on the floor. Close your eyes. And just return to the breath. You can bring your hands onto your belly, ribs, or chest, or perhaps you can place one hand on your heart and the other on the belly. Just feel your heart rate. Feel your belly expanding and contracting. Notice how you feel. And see if you can take this feeling into your practicing, or even better, what would it feel like to play on stage with all of this beautiful space inside of us? Can we remember this feeling of expansiveness, of calm, of grounding, of strength, of open-mindedness, and of gratitude? We are so lucky that we are able to move and breathe like this, and that we have music in our lives, and that we get to share it with people. So thank yourself for all the amazing things that you do. Thank you for spending this time with me. And I can't wait to see you next time. You can blink your eyes open whenever you're ready. Thank you, everyone, and see you soon.